Objections are the key to closing the sale. The person selling elephants gets 3 basic questions. Where does that thing sleep? What does that thing eat? And who cleans up after it? Now, you may not be in the business of selling elephants, but all sales professionals deal with questions and objections. Some fear that these questions and objections lead the prospect toward the dreaded no response when attempting to close the sale. But actually, objections are the salesperson's best friend. Asking a question or raising an objection indicates interest or feeling. Think about it. Think of an area that holds little or no interest to you. Whether you thought of basketball, opera, fishing, golf, tennis, ballet, race car driving, you probably have no questions or objections because you have no interest. True selling professionals look forward to questions and objections because they realize that few sales are made without the prospects having enough interest to ask questions and raise objections. Okay, now that you're convinced that it's good for the prospects to ask questions and raise objections, what happens when your answers are not satisfactory and the prospect says no? Once your prospect has said no, they're not going to change their minds and buy from you. Now you may be thinking, what? You're crazy. I've had plenty of prospects say no once, only further into the conversation to say yes to my offer. That's because your prospects will make a new decision based on additional information. You see, when prospects say no, the successful sales professional understands that no must mean the prospects don't know enough to make the right decision. Never argue with them. You'll always lose. You may win the argument, but you'll lose the relationship of a long-time satisfied customer. Instead, just understand that you haven't finished your job and accept responsibility for going back and providing the information asked. With additional information, they will now know enough to make a favorable and hopefully new decision. To apply this information today, get excited when you hear objections. Know that you have an interested prospect in front of you. Work on providing additional information to them so that the prospect can make a new decision.